Hi, I want to just tell you a quick story about something that happened a few years ago. There was a terrible, is the only way I can put it, a terrible, odorous, malodorous, gross smell in my house. And I couldn't figure it out, and I couldn't seem to get rid of it. So I looked through the refrigerator, I looked in the cabinets, I did all sorts of things, but no matter what I did, when I would come into the house, even just walking in from the garage, it would hit me like this terrible smell. So like I said, I started with the pantry first, and I went through everything in the pantry, and I threw out any potatoes that had any funny little eyes on them, or I couldn't figure out exactly what the smell was. So then, I don't know if you know about this, but every single thing dismantles and comes apart in your own refrigerator. So I was so on my thing about getting to this, because it still smelled even after the pantry was cleared out. Refrigerator's next. So I started cleaning out the refrigerator. I cleaned the glass pieces. I looked through the condiments. I took everything apart and washed it, and I could still smell it. So then I decided I'm going to go through the items in the refrigerator. And I came to this one little blue container that I had. And it was a blue container with kind of a clear, smoky top to it. And I opened it up, and I found the worst. I started to open it, and I found out what it was. I barely could take it. So it was a can of black beans that I had put into that little blue container. Beans, black beans. And I am telling you, there's something about me that cannot handle odors. And so I just didn't even really take the lid off. I just pushed it back on. I didn't rinse it out. I didn't decide to throw it away and then rinse it out. I took and I threw the whole container away. I get this gag reflex, and I threw it out into the garage away. Okay, here's the deal. I want you to know that container, completely contained, lid on top, in the refrigerator, door closed, permeated our whole house. It did not stay contained, and it was stinking the whole house up, and it was just spoiled black beans. So here's the deal. What I want to ask you is, what is it that you could be thinking that's stinking thinking? Because it's important to notice and get rid of it. Just get it out of there. It says in Scripture, let me read this to you from Proverbs. I'm reading from the Passion Translation, just one little verse. For as he thinks within himself, so is he. Okay? That's Proverbs 23, verse 7. For as he thinks within himself, so is he. So let's say your thinking is, this is going to be a horrible day. There you go. It's going to be a horrible day. I'm not worth anything. Okay, stinking thinking. That's what you've started with. That's what you'll end with. Your stinking thinking can permeate not just a closed container of your mind, but can continue to go and fill the atmosphere. And then what we say really matters too. It says in Proverbs, and let me read this part to you. It says in Proverbs 18:21, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. So you have both death and power in your tongue. So watch what you say, watch what you think, and get rid of any stinking thinking.